Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge.
I started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Cub Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able to go to Iowa was a big opportunity for me. Being able to train here with PSM has really given me an edge over my competitors. Working on my speed, that's the name of the game nowadays, is who's the fastest guy on the field. Being able to put my body in different positions to allow me to be in the best position during the game. It's so important to not take those days off and just get into a place like PSM where they have flexible hours, and it's good for college athletes to come in and just train.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions together, we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
At PSM Sports Therapy, recovery is more than getting you back to your sport. It's about building a stronger version of you. Our team of experts uses state-of-the-art technology to build personalized care plans that get you healthy and back in action safely. With no physician order needed, contact us directly to receive top-quality care exactly when you need it. Call 260-266-4007. Visit one of our Fort Wayne locations or go to psmsports.com to learn more.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
Welcome back to Kilmer Court. This is high school boys basketball on SummitCitySports.com. We've completed girls basketball for the night here at Kilmer with Snider defeating Concordia 80-45, and now we've got boys basketball set to go for you here on SummitCitySports.com between the same two schools, the Snider Panthers and the Concordia Cadets. I'm Thad Goff bringing you the broadcast tonight. We do have Oscar Harrison running the camera for you, and for Concordia, they're looking to match their win total from last year. That's right, Concordia only won 5 games all season long. They did have a 50-37 win against Canterbury over a week ago on a Tuesday night, but then a week ago tonight they lost at home to Southside 63-50. So Concordia looking for a bounce back, but they're looking for that bounce back against a team that they beat last year over at the Cage. That's right, one of the 5 wins that Concordia picked up last year was against the Snider Panthers, and that was a game where Evan Armstead scored 11 points, and the Cadets were able to hold Keytron Pascal, the Panthers' tough power forward, to a mere 4 points in that game. So gives you a little clue as to how Concordia was able to knock off Snider a year ago. They won the battle in the post by the look of things, and Snider struggled in the post. But of course, today is a new day. This year is a new year, and Concordia certainly hoping that today is a new day as they look to bounce back from their loss to Southside, as they are now 4-9, looking to match their win total from all of last year. Head coach Phil Brockman had this to say about Charlie Bailey, a talented freshman who plays mostly off the bench, plays the power forward position. He's a stretch 4. And Phil Brockman said this, quote, "Charlie is coming along nicely. You see his potential when he steps on the floor. He is an avid learner, easy to coach because he knows and wants to get better. Being a freshman is tough in the SAC. Guys are strong, quick, athletic, things you don't see as an 8th grader. He is adjusting well to that and realizing how hard he needs to play to be successful at the varsity level," end quote. Well, Concordia did beat Snider last year. However, Snider is on a pretty good run right about now. They're 9-5 overall, and they have won their last 6. Most recently, the Panthers knocked off the Homestead Spartans on the road. 71-52 was the final in that game. They also beat Kokomo and New Haven in that 6-game stretch. Added a couple of wins against Northwood and Indianapolis, Washington. Those Northwood and Indy Washington games got the Panthers' record back to 500, and they've won 4 since the new year began, starting with that win against New Haven. 53-48 was the final there. Now, leading scorer for Snider in that Homestead game was Trell Hogue with 18 points. Now, Trell, unfortunately, is out for tonight with the flu. I did ask head coach Josh Raikkonen about Trell Hogue coming into this game. He said, And I quote, Trell played a beautiful game of basketball. He was under control, made good decisions with the basketball, and used his explosiveness to get downhill and get into the paint. He played great, end quote. Again, those are the words of head coach Josh Raikkonen. Trell Hogue has been a starter at Snider and played at a high level since his freshman year. But again, he is out for tonight, not listed as a starter. I thought I saw him on the floor earlier in warmups, but apparently that was my eyes deceiving me. He's not on the floor. Of course, a couple of players on the floor for Snider are number 10, Tarico Fields. He's a senior, not listed as a starter. They also have Jordan Woods listed as number 1. Not a starter either, but you would think he would come in and play off the bench because Jordan Woods gives Snider a lot of talent off the bench. He's a big 6'6" guy who can rebound in the post, can step outside, knock down jump shots. He can get to the basket really effectively. And Snider really has a number of guys who can score at a high level. Of course, we know about Keytron Pascal. Again, he was held to a mere 4 points against Concordia last year. We'll see how early the Panthers look to him, and we'll see if he's able to attack the paint and dominate in the post like we know he's capable of doing. We saw some of that in Snider's win against Wayne earlier this season. That was Snider's second game of the season. Keytron comes into this game averaging 9.4 points per game. Leading scorer for Snider coming into this game is Xavier Wilson. He averages 13.8 points per game on the year. He can step out and shoot the three. He can score on the interior. He can score on the dribble drive. He gives you a whole lot of versatility when Xavier Wilson is on the floor. And Chance DeRossett is really coming into his own for the Snider Panthers. He averages 9.3 points per game this year. He is listed as a starter for tonight, and he can step out and shoot the three as well. In fact, we saw plenty of that when he was playing middle school ball at St. Paul's Lutheran School. He started his high school career at Wayne, then transferred to Snider for this season. And Snider's certainly hoping to continue to get a high level of play out of him over the course of the season. And they're hoping to get a high level of play out of him over the course of this night as well. It's time to hear from our sponsors. As always, it is because of our sponsors that we're able to bring you these high school sports broadcasts. Big Eyed Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big Eyed Fish. Tom Steele Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They'll help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle and other auto repair services. At Ottenweller Contracting, we invest in our customers by providing peace of mind during the entire process from bid to build. Visit OttenwellerContracting.com for more information. Today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on X at 260 Sports. Like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. It is on our YouTube channel where you can catch all of our broadcasts of regular season high school sports. You can also catch those broadcasts on our website, SummitCitySports.com, and you can catch those broadcasts on IHSAATV.org, the IHSAA Champions Network as it's known. Now, if you want to watch our postseason broadcasts, those you can only watch on IHSAATV.org. Well, it looks like they're going to go straight to the starting lineups, I think. There have been times here at Snider where they've had the national anthem before the girls and boys varsity games. We'll see if that's what they do here. So we'll keep it right here. The announcer's going to pause and listen to the PA announcer.
Visiting Concordia Cadets and our very own Snider Panthers. Head coach for the Concordia Cadets is Scotty Smuts. Assistants, Brian Lazell. Officials for this evening, James Payne, Jake Linder, and Joey Johnson. Head coach for our Snider Panthers, Joshua Raikkonen. And assistants, Josh Forbes, Tony Gooding, Jordan Bechtold, and Deshaun Posey. And now for the starting lineup for the visiting Concordia Cadets. A 5'10 senior, number 2, Clayton Goodman. A 5'10 junior, number 3, Eli Trent. A 6'3 junior, number 14, Rashawn Johnson. A 6'4 senior, number 30, Charlie Lang. A 6'5 junior, number 32, Evan Armstead. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, 6'5" sophomore guard, number 24, Chance does it. A 6'1" junior forward, number 21, Braylon Fattil. A 6'2" senior forward, number 5, Lane Patterson. A 6'4" senior guard, number 3, Xavier Wilson.
They are rocking here at Kilmer as we are ready for basketball between the Concordia Cadets and the Snider Panthers. Two schools about 8 minutes away from each other, thereabouts. Snider has been off since their upset win over Homestead. Now, Homestead played Northside tonight, and the Legends ended up knocking off the Spartans. So that's 3 losses in 4 games for the Homestead Spartans, although Snider did beat Northside earlier this year, so they've got that marquee win on their resume. And Homestead has a really tough matchup coming up this Tuesday, taking on the New Haven Bulldogs. And you can bet it's going to be a rumble in the jungle, but it's Keytron Pascal who wins the opening tip, and we are underway at Kilmer. This is Xavier Wilson starting off with the ball. Here's Pascal. He does have Evan Armstead on him, so it looks like that's going to be a matchup to watch out for. Pascal's 6'6". Armstead stands in at 6'5". There's Pascal trying to go to work, and he traveled. Evan Armstead holding his ground against Keytron Pascal, and the Cadets force the early turnover. Clayton Goodman running the point for Concordia. Charlie Lang is a guy who can get it going for Concordia. We've seen him knock him down from the outside several times, but he gets it on the inside. That was well contested, but Johnson puts it back off the miss, and Concordia leads it 2-0. Second chance opportunity for Johnson, and he takes advantage. Chance to Ross at a deep 3, too strong. And just barely boarded by Johnson right along the baseline. And Concordia with back-to-back stops to start this game, a chance to make it back-to-back buckets. Clayton Goodman guarded by Xavier Wilson. Armstead at the top of the key, the feed to Goodman. Concordia trying to make it 2 wins against Snider in a row. They beat Snider at the cage last year, trying to come into Kilmer and come away with a win. That'll only help. Rashawn Johnson from the wing. A good start to this one for the Cadets. 5 points their first 2 possessions. This is Snider's 3rd possession. They have yet to score. Pascal gets inside and puts it home, and Snider's on the board. Here's Eli Trent. They switch defenders. That's Pascal guarding him, and the Cadets turn it over. That goes as Snider's first stop of this game. Concordia with 2 smooth possessions the first time down. First 2 times down. And now Snider down 1 score in the early going on their home floor. That's behind DeRosset and scooped up by Trent. Trent drew the initial double team, but got it to Goodman. Charlie Lang has it. Oh, Armstead wasn't ready for that. He seemed to think it was tipped by Fertil. That's not the call, though. It's going to be Snider basketball. So the 2 teams trade turnovers as the student section is on their feet down near the floor. Pascal out of the top of the key finds Fertil. Pascal against Armstead, missed it off the side of the glass. And Concordia gets another stop. It's 4 possessions for Snider, 3 stops for Concordia. Little 2-man game on the feed to Charlie Lang. Eli Trent looking to go to work on Patterson. Throws it into no man's land. Pascal's got it, and he's fouled by Armstead.
Foul call to the Cadets.
Snider's coached by Josh Raikkonen.
Evan Armstead.
Concordia's coached by Phil Brockman. And when those guys stand next to each other, looks like that if they played a little 5-on-5 matchup against each other, they'd probably guard each other. Phil Brockman is a Concordia graduate, as Braylon Fertiel has it knocked away. That's another turnover. Concordia ball. I believe that's 3 turnovers committed by Snider so far in this first quarter. 5:05 to go. Snider lost their first 2 home games, a home game to Southside in the opener, and then Elkhart came in here and knocked off the Panthers on a Saturday night in December. Armstead looking to go to work on Wilson. He draws a double team, has to work it outside to Eli Trent. Rashawn Johnson will pull up for 3. That's an air ball. Wilson comes the other way. Over to Fertiel. Extra pass to Wilson. He goes inside to Pascal. Pascal trying to make his move. Could not finish, and Armstead rips the ball away. Clayton Goodman, guarded by Patterson. Concordia with some great defense so far in this ball game. First 4 minutes, they've held Snider to just 2 points. Oh, great cut. And Goodman with the reverse.
Number 2, Clayton Goodman.
7-2 in favor of Concordia. Great cut by Clayton Goodman. Fertiel on the wing. He's got Trent guarding him. Wilson will fire. He hits a 3. Xavier Wilson, the leading scorer for these Panthers coming into this game, averaging over 13 per game as Trent ran into a double team and forced it outside to Johnson. And we get a whistle. Are we going to get a foul against Snider? I think so. I think they might have gotten Fertiel. Check that. It's DeRosset who's called for the foul. Each team's committed 1 foul so far this ball game. Inbound to Johnson. Charlie Lang from the outside. He's got Pascal on him. DeRosset's guarding Armstead. Now, DeRosset is about 6'4", 6'5" thereabouts, so he's got plenty of height to him. He's more of a wing player, though. Lang can hit from the outside, and he does it right there. Charlie Lang, and a great start for Concordia on the road. Xavier Wilson picked up by Johnson. Wilson looking to go to work. He feeds Jordan Woods. Woods will pull up. His jumper is long. And Concordia has a chance to really stretch out this lead. They've held Snider to just 2 makes from the field so far. Concordia's hit 2 threes in the ball game. Eli Trent going baseline against DeRosset. Pull-up jumper. That was well contested, and a strong board by Keytron Pascal. Defender goes down. Wilson through traffic, spins it home. Xavier Wilson coast to coast. And Snider's looking for some more of that, you would think. So he's trying to keep the Panthers in the thick of this ball game. It should be 10-8, not 10-7. That was easily a 2-point basket. Scoreboard says 10-8. That ball's thrown into no man's land. Fertiel's got it. Fertiel one-on-one. Fertiel couldn't finish. Tippin won't go. DeRosset the offensive board. Works his way around. Count the basket. And a foul. It didn't come the way they wanted it, but Snider gets the bucket and a chance at 3. Charlie Lang called for the foul. Ike Eggold will check in for Concordia, and DeRosset goes to the line. And now Charlie Bailey, the 6'7" freshman, comes onto the floor. Lang will come back in as well. Chance DeRosset averaging 9.3 points per game. And he hits the free throw to tie this game up. DeRosset went to Lutheran Middle School. He went to St. Paul's Lutheran in downtown Fort Wayne. Bailey has it on the wing. Now he's a post player, but he can hit from the outside. He's working on Pascal. That's a tough catch along the sideline by Eggold. And that one's poked away by DeRosset. He feeds it over to Jordan Woods. He missed it in transition. That's back-to-back misses in transition by the Panthers. That one would have given him the lead. Little crossover. That ball almost poked loose, but Goodman recovers. Little fake there by Eggold. That's poked away again. Bailey gets to it. Lobs it. Lang dishes outside to Bailey. Tough shot. Johnson in the paint, and he finishes. Concordia's back on top. 7 points for Johnson. Fertil down low. He finishes. High-low action, and Braylon Fertil gets it to go. And we're inside the final minute of the first quarter. Fertil on the board for the first time. Concordia can hold for the final shot of this quarter. There's no shot clock in IHSAA basketball. Oh, good feed. Johnson got his man in the air and a foul. Johnson did not hit the shot, but he will go to the line to shoot two.
Foul called on Snider's number 1,
Jordan Woods called for the foul. Only the second team foul against Snider. It comes with 32.5 to go. Snider does have subs at the scorer's table ready to check in. Again, no Trell Hogue tonight. He's out with the flu. And that one just would not drop in. 32.5 to go here in quarter number 1.
Number 0, Jordan Davis, and number 4,
Ethan Sloan will check in for Concordia. Jordan Davis and Shamar Reddick check in for Snider. 0 for 2. 30 seconds to go, and now Snider has a chance to hold for the final shot of the quarter. Wilson with the ball in his hands. He's reliable with the ball in his hands, but waiting for some help. Right now, probably trying to dribble time off the clock. He's dribbled it down to 11 seconds. Wilson gets a screen. Through traffic, Pascal recovers. From the corner, it's Woods, or rather Davis. He missed the three. And Bailey comes down with the board, and we remain tied at the end of one quarter. Through one quarter, we'll be back in just a moment on SummitCitySports.com. A good one here at Kilmer.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Wilson, number 4, Shamar Riddick, and number 34, Ketron Pascal.
We're tied at 12 here at Kilmer Court as Concordia starts with the basketball. Right now, Eggold does get it across the timeline, took his time to do so. That's a high pass. It looks like Snider's gone to some 1-3-1 zone. Poked away and out of bounds. It appears to be off Armstead, and it is. So Snider gets the stop to start the second quarter. Concordia's been doing a real good job on the defensive end. One thing Snider's had trouble with is really getting much going in the half-court offense, aside from a little high lob game. There's Wilson from the corner, and he splashes home a three. That will give Snider the lead, their first of the game. Remember, Concordia won this game last year. Concordia won all of 5 games last year. This was one of them, except that it was at the cage. That ball got swatted by Woods, and he loses it on the way down. He lost his footing. The lob to Bailey, but he can't finish. That ball was going out of bounds, it looked like. Wilson did save it, and that's off the hands of Pascal, or is it? They're going to call it Snider ball, it looks like. I thought that went off of Pascal. That's not how it's called this time. Snider has had some transition opportunities that they've not been able to take advantage of. They've been able to score in transition, but they've had some opportunities go by the wayside. Pascal leaves that one short. Good work by Armstead and the rest of the Cadets as that ball sails out of bounds off Snider, though. Got a Wayne TV cameraman over there in the area where that ball appeared to be thrown, but they're going to bring it to the sideline. And Concordia is going to inbound right in front of Josh Raikkonen. Boy, Wilson was really pressuring that inbound. Here's Ike Eggold with the basketball, trying to go to work on Jordan Davis. The feed inside. Eggold fakes and puts it in.
2 for number 11, Ike Eggold.
Reddick, the feed inside. Pascal got it and collides with Eggold. Eggold wants an offensive foul. It's not called that way. Ketron Pascal had all of 4 points last year when Concordia beat Snider at the cage. He's got 4 right now. Wilson's got a takeaway. He'll bring it back outside. Jordan Davis missed the 3, offensive board, and Woods with a drop in the bucket. Jordan Woods, the north side transfer. The Legends a winner today against Homestead in boys basketball as Lang tries to answer from deep. That won't fall. And Shamar Reddick has the board for Snider. Pascal sets the screen for Wilson. He'll fire and hit. Second 3 of the game for Xavier Wilson, and Snider's got their largest lead of the game. Timeout, Concordia. Xavier Wilson's got 11 points, and I think I have to correct myself. I think he's got 3 triples in this ball game. I've got him for 11 points at this point. We'll check our scoreboard here. Here at the scoreboard, they've got him for 12, so we'll correct that on my stat sheet. It's not really a stat sheet, it's just the roster here. Meanwhile, here's a look at this last sequence. Our replays are brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. Good box out there by Pascal. Good board by Shamar Reddick. Just secures the rebound. Does exactly what you're supposed to do. And then Wilson. Good screen by Pascal again, and he hits his 3 ball. Now, Pascal has 4 points in this game. That's as many as he scored last year against Concordia. But you see him doing the little things there. The box outs, the screens. And we know he's a good rebounder. One thing that Pascal so often does when rebounding the basketball, secures it with
Foul called on the Panthers, number 0, Jordan Davis.
Check 1, 2. There we go. My apologies, folks. I think I lost my audio for a moment there, and I do have to update my score. Again, my apologies. That was mere technical difficulties. I don't know why that happened, but whatever it was, I think I'm back. I'm back for now, hoping to keep it that way. Meanwhile, Snider up 8, make that 12. They were up 8. They've gone from up 8 to up 12 with 3:32 left to go in the second quarter. Inbound to Evan Armstead, and Armstead working on the baseline. Throws a little bit behind Rashawn Johnson and gets it back out to Clayton Goodman. Baseline drive. Kick outside to Johnson. Johnson into the paint. Off the glass and in. Much needed basket by Concordia. Wilson steps outside, swings it to Fertil. Fertil the floater, and that won't drop. Rashawn Johnson with the board. That ball gets loose, picked up by Jordan Davis. Johnson gets back. Davis just threw up a wild one and put it home. Feed over to Trent. He gets it to Armstead. Armstead looks to Trent. Trent goes down, and foul is called, I think, or is it traveling? I think it's traveling against Concordia. It is. And again, my apologies, folks. My audio went out a little earlier, so I'm trying to stay on point for the rest of this broadcast. The Snider fans were getting electric. They were on a run that has seen them go up by 12. This game was tied at the end of the second quarter. Feed goes to Jordan Davis. He gives it back to Reddick. Extra pass to Fertil. Wilson with the basketball. Wilson looks to drive. Off the glass and in. Xavier Wilson with a tough shot. Charlie Bailey along the baseline. Gives it to Trent. Back to Bailey on the wing. That ball gets poked loose. Armstead recovers. Picks it back up and feeds outside to Trent. We're inside 2 minutes to go this second quarter. Trent from the volleyball line feeds to Bailey. Poked away. That ball was touched by Snider, so Bailey's able to go get that ball. Bailey's double team, gets it over to Goodman. Kick to the corner. Lang in and out on the three. And there's Wilson pulling down the board. We know Fertil can shoot, but that time chooses to be a little more patient, and it pays off. Xavier Wilson, the hoop and the harm.
Foul called against number 23, Charlie Bailey.
Charlie Bailey called for the foul as Wilson goes to the line with a chance at three. He's got 16 points by my count. My count's obviously a little off. He's got 20 points according to the gym. Again, my apologies. Had some audio issues earlier this game. Had to do a little troubleshooting to get back live. Wilson scored 4 points in that span, as it turns out, as this ball is out of bounds off Concordia. And Snider will take over. Xavier Wilson brings it across the timeline. Wilson, right on the edge of the paint, kicks to Davis. Davis goes outside. That's a deep three. Heat check. Xavier Wilson. And Snider's up 20. Give him 24 for the night. Charlie Bailey with the basketball. 31 seconds left. Bailey's got it again, and Wilson sticks his paw out. He was fouled before the dunk, which is probably fortunate for him because he missed the dunk. The foul was on the floor. Sniders have committed 2 fouls this quarter, and I think that's the second on Concordia. Eli Trent called for the foul. Inbound to Lane Patterson. Hands to Wilson. Wilson recovers. And Wilson, with the clock down to 15 seconds, can hold for the final shot this quarter. Final shot this half, as it were. Clock's down to 8 seconds. And why not? Wilson fires, but it won't rattle in. No surprise as to who took the shot, and that desperation heave will not come close. The Snider Panthers were tied with Concordia at the end of the first quarter. Now they're up 20 at halftime.
36, Concordia 16. We'll be back in 10.
36-16 as we take a quick break. Actually, before we take our break, we're going to get a few words from our sponsors. It's because of our sponsors that we're able to bring you all these broadcasts that we bring you on SummitCitySports.com. Always 100 presents Academy Drills and Skills. Started on August 11th. It'll go through May 28th of this year. Camps are Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays from 5 to 6:30 p.m. for kids grades pre-K through 12. You'll get to work on dribbling, shooting, passing, and defense. Contact Always 100 Basketball at 260-444-2788 or visit them on the web at www.always100basketball.com. It all takes place at the Parkview Sport One Fieldhouse in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Halftime here at Snider High School. The Panthers lead at 36-16. Back after this on SummitCitySports.com.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead Girls Golf Team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Well, Snider went on a run there in the first half. They're up 36-16 at halftime. They went on their run in the second quarter. This game was tied at 15, and the Panthers go up 20 at the half. It's time to get a few more words in from our sponsors, and then I'll give you the leading scorers. Now, it's going to be unofficial, no doubt. It's always unofficial, but it's definitely going to be unofficial since I was off the air. Or I wasn't off the air, but my audio was lost for a few minutes. But meanwhile, we are back. Earn your edge this season. PSM's Edge Training Program maximizes your athleticism through personalized performance training to reach your goals and get you to the next level. Visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com/edge to schedule your free consultation. It was close at the end of the first quarter, but Snider's up 20 over Concordia. And I'll go ahead and give you the unofficial leading scorers for this first half. As I have it right now, Rashawn Johnson has 9, Charlie Lang has 3, Clayton Goodman has 2, Ike Eggold also has 2, and that does add up to 16, so it looks like I've got all the Concordia scorers there. As I have it, Xavier Wilson has 24 points in this game. I do have Chance DeRossett for having 3 points so far. Braylon Fertiel with 2, Keetron Pascal with 4, Jordan Davis with 2, and Jordan Woods with 2. So I think that's accurate. I know that Xavier Wilson does have 24 points. That's what it says here on the scoreboard in the gym. And again, that is unofficial scoring leaders, but especially since my audio gave out for a few minutes, so I wasn't able to. I could have talked to you, but you wouldn't have been able to hear me. But thankfully, we're back on, and hopefully going to be back on the rest of this ball game. That's the hope at this point. Snider up 36-26, and I will be back after this break. You are watching high school boys basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays, and while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Well, the Snider Panthers on top of the Concordia Cadets, and again, Xavier Wilson having a night here at Kilmer Court against the Concordia Cadets. Take a look at a couple of his highlights. I know I got this one for you, and this was just great ball movement. You know, Braylon Fertiel's a good three-point shooter, but that time chooses to be patient, and the patience pays off. Xavier Wilson taking it to the cup and one. Wilson continues an extremely impressive night that he has turned in, and some more of it right here. Got some more Xavier Wilson highlights. These highlights are brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning, but Xavier Wilson might as well make a bid that they ought to be brought to you by, well, Xavier Wilson, as he makes a great attack here, scores in a crowd, didn't get fouled that time, but still scored a basket at a high degree of difficulty, as the Snider Panthers, with that basket, go up by 14 points. Something else that Xavier Wilson can do. He's a big guy, 6'4". He can step out and shoot the three. Heck, he can get out and run and shoot the three. That's what he did right here. I believe he's got 3 threes in this game. And again, credit to Keytron Pascal for that screen. Great screen, getting Wilson open for that three-pointer. And that shot got Snider up by 8 points, and that's kind of where the run was getting started. Xavier Wilson absolutely going off in that second quarter. Now one more replay. This one's not Xavier Wilson, but it's a special play nonetheless. It's Jordan Davis. You're used to seeing him on the football field playing running back. Well, this may not be the football field, but that's Jordan Davis kind of putting on his linebacker hat, forcing a turnover and getting points out of it. That puts Snider up 12 points at the time. They currently are up by 20 with 2.5 minutes to go until halftime comes to an end. Right now it's time to get a few more words in from our sponsors. It's because of our sponsors that we're able to bring you all these high school sporting events that we do on SummitCitySports.com. Summit Volleyball trains and builds the highest quality volleyball players in the area. From ages 5 to 18, jump on board. Together we can reach the summit. Jolly Law Firm is the area's best criminal defense firm, helping defend the accused from the government. Whether you're facing an OWI or any other criminal accusation, Jolly Law Firm is your answer. Sioka Cleaning and Restoration, providing commercial cleaning services, including janitorial, water damage, and state-of-the-art disinfecting services throughout Northeast Indiana. You might say that the Snider Panthers were a little bit rusty coming off their last game, because their last game, it was a win, a 19-point win against Homestead, but it was exactly a week ago. Now, they've certainly had plenty of practice since then, but no game action since then. So maybe it took a little bit of time for them to get their legs going, and maybe that played into the fact that this game was tied at 15 at the end of the first quarter. But then Snider absolutely unloaded in the second quarter. They outscored Concordia 21-4 in the quarter. And again, 24 of those points for the game at least belong to Xavier Wilson. We are back in 40 seconds. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays, and while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Concordia and Snider will start the second half. It is Snider leading by a score of 36-16, as you just saw on your scoreboard. Concordia, I believe, will start with the basketball to start this quarter. Do have to reset my fouls here because the fouls reset at the end of each quarter. This is the third year in a row that rule has been active in the state of Indiana.
And number 34, Keytron Pascal. Snider will start with the ball at midcourt.
Correction, Snider ball to start the half. Again, Keytron Pascal, only 4 points in this game so far. That's how many he scored last year against Concordia. But Pascal has rebounded well. He's boxed out well. He's set screens to get his teammates open. So he's certainly doing well in this ball game, whether or not the score or his point total for the game reflects it. Right now he's got the ball in his hands and looking to go to work against Armstead, and he finishes. Tank Pascal. Six points for Pascal, 2 to start this quarter. Snider's got their largest lead of the game so far. The reverse by Lang is good. Went to work against Pascal. And Charlie Lang, I thought it was Charlie Lang, able to finish. They said Armstead. DeRosset cuts into the paint. Far away from the basket it seemed, but he gets it to go. Chance DeRosset so far with 5 points after that make. He hasn't hit from 3, and we know that's something he can do. Clayton Goodman looks to attack. He's got DeRosset guarding him. Now DeRosset's about 6'5". Goodman wants to shoot the 3. He's got DeRosset on him, and DeRosset poked it away. For Teal, perhaps fortunate that he didn't get called for a travel. Oh, there goes Pascal all the way to the paint for the dunk. Clear the lane. A tank is coming. Four points to start the third quarter for Tank Pascal. Underhanded pass. Johnson fouled on the shot by Fertil. It was Pascal who got the board. And it was a good rebound as far as technique is concerned. But it goes for naught.
For the Cadets, number 14, Rashawn Johnson.
Rashawn Johnson will get 2 free throws. A little long on the first one. We saw more of that in the second quarter. Missed opportunities at the free throw line from Concordia, more so in the second than in the first. But the second one is good. So Johnson is up to 10 points as I have it for this game. And yes, that's how it shows on the scoreboard here at Kilmer. That ball's poked away by Johnson. Wilson nearly had it, scooped up on the back end, and then scooped up again, and Phil Brockman just called a timeout. So it's going to be Concordia basketball. Brockman's down to 3 timeouts left. He hasn't had to use a lot of them, but he's used them, and so far, Josh Raikkonen has not. But we do have another replay worth showing to you, brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. Tank Pascal was held to 4 points against Concordia last year. He's doubled that here in this game. And this time, it might as well be one man touches the ball. This was a tank show. Tank Pascal all the way to the basket there. And he's got 8 points for the game as a whole, and we've still got the rest of this third quarter and all the fourth quarter to play. 6:16 left to go. Goodman gets it to Armstead. They switch defenders. That's Wilson guarding Armstead now, and now he guards Trent. You got DeRosset guarding Armstead, who's down low on the block and works his way up the paint. Lang has Patterson on him, swings it over to Trent. Armstead to the basket, finishes.
Number 32, Evan Armstead.
Evan Armstead now with 4 by the looks of things. Pull-up jumper, DeRosset short. Comes down to Clayton Goodman, but taken back by DeRosset. Then he bobbles it in the paint and finishes. That was 2 teams turning it over back and forth. And perhaps it's the loose ball handling that causes Josh Raikkonen to call his first timeout.
That is Snider's first full timeout.
It's a full timeout. We will stay with you for this one. I do have a replay to show you, and then I'll go to our next reader. Now, DeRossett has not hit a 3 yet in this game. He does have 7 points, but this was good stick-to-itiveness. Despite the missed shot, DeRossett sticks with the play, bats it in the air, never really secures the ball until right there, right as he's at the block, and then gets the bucket to go and puts Snider up 23 points. That matches their largest lead of the game so far. It's because of our sponsors that we are able to bring you these high school broadcasts. That includes the University of St. Francis. Online degree programs at USF are built for convenience and flexibility. Most degrees can be completed in 12 months. Visit online.sf.edu. This game was tied at the end of the third quarter.
Coming out of the timeout, Concordia inbound on the end line.
We do have an update from girls basketball. Homestead's got a 24-2 lead over Northside. Yes, over at Northside they had the boys basketball game first, followed by girls basketball. And it was Northside who won the boys game, getting their record to 7-7. The feed inside to Armstead. He's double-teamed. Trying to work around Wilson, and he scores.
Number 32, Evan Armstead.
Evan Armstead with 6 for the game. Wilson just across the timeline, gets it to Patterson. Patterson looks to attack, and he puts it in.
Number 5, Lane
Just enough to spin it in off the glass. And Lane Patterson's on the board for the first time tonight. Eli Trent finds Armstead. Armstead right at the free throw line, goes out to Trent. And Trent has it poked away by Wilson. Pascal's got it. Pascal has it turned over into the hands of Clayton Goodman. He was right in front of DeRossett. Johnson for 3. Nothing but net. 13 points for Johnson. He leads all Concordia scorers. DeRossett fires and hits a 3, his first of the game. Right back at you. That's one lefty to another. The lefty Johnson hit on one end, and then the lefty DeRossett hit on the other end. Chance DeRossett, playing against a Lutheran high school, went to a Lutheran middle school, St. Paul's Lutheran Middle School in downtown Fort Wayne. He was a dynamic scorer for the St. Paul Bears when he played there. 3.5 to go in this third quarter as Armstead hands that one to Trent. Little two-man action. There's that third man, Charlie Lang. His 3 won't go. Good strong rebound, Xavier Wilson. For Teal on the attack, missed it. Pascal cleans it up and puts it back. 6 points this quarter for Tank Pascal. 10 points this game for Tank Pascal. What does Tank Pascal give you? Good rebounding, good post presence. That's what he gives you. That's exactly what you want him to give you. Chance DeRossett cannot believe the call, but it is against him. Looks like that's the first team foul on Snider. Inside 3 minutes to go this third quarter.
On Snider's number 24, Chance DeRossett. Going to line and shooting 2 for the Cadets.
Eli Trent at the free throw line. 2:56 to go. Another miss from the line for Concordia. That became a problem in the second quarter. It wasn't as much of a problem. Actually, I beg your pardon. They did have 2 misses from the line late in that first quarter. And now 0 for 2 goes Trent, and Tank Pascal with a strong rebound. Here's Wilson. Wilson through the paint. Got it. He'd been scoreless this quarter until that bucket. Scoreless this quarter, but certainly not scoreless this game. 26 for Xavier. Goodman, the dish to the corner. That's Lang. Well contested. Missed it. Pascal, another strong board. DeRossett makes the catch. Missed the jumper. And Lang pulls it down. 27-point lead for Concordia as Jordan Woods was lurking there. Armstead, the cross-court pass, poke back, and Trent has the recovery. That was Patterson who got a hand on the ball. Armstead floats it in.
32, Evan Armstead.
Give him 8 points for the night as Xavier Wilson comes the other way. Feed to Pascal. Wilson sets his feet. Missed the three. DeRossett, the offensive board. You know Wilson was thinking about firing that one. He chooses the patient route instead. Backing in is Patterson. Tough shot and a foul. It's going to go on Clayton Goodman.
Foul call on the Cadets, number 2, Clayton Goodman.
That will send Lane Patterson to the line.
Number 5, Lane Patterson.
First team foul on Concordia this third quarter. 1:36 left, and Patterson gets his first one to go.
Number 0, Jordan Davis, and number 4, Shamar Reddick. Checking in for the Cadets, number 11, Ike Eggold.
Ike Eggold comes in. That's the son of Josh Eggold, former Concordia head basketball coach. Josh Eggold won a semi-state championship when he coached the Cadets. Two for two goes Lane Patterson. A minute and a half to go here in quarter number 2 as Goodman hands that one to Johnson. Down the baseline goes Lang. He swings it out to Eggold. That was a tough catch. Armstead puts it in right over Patterson. Excuse me, that was over Wilson. Check that, it was over Patterson. Evan Armstead's got 10. He had 11 against Snider last year. Lob inside. Patterson with a tough catch. Missed it. Woods missed it on the putback try. He got the offensive board but didn't quite finish it. We're inside the final minute of this third quarter. Eggold the fake. Lang contested. Missed the three. Wilson tips the rebound to himself and fires to Woods. Woods makes his move and finishes with the finger roll. Jordan Woods, just his second make from the field tonight. He's got 4 points. We got three Panthers in double figures. Wilson's got 26, and he's going for a takeaway. Did not get it. Instead, it's a foul on Wilson on the miss by Rashawn Johnson, and Rashawn will go to the free throw line.
Number 0, Jordan Davis. Going to the line for the Cadets and shooting 2, number 14, Rashawn Johnson.
Meanwhile, Wayne's got a 30-24 lead over Northrop at the break. That's boys basketball. I believe Northrop was the winner in girls basketball. Johnson gets 1. He's up to 14 points for the game, but Snider can hold for the final shot of the third quarter. There goes Wilson falling away, and he hits it with 5 on the timer. 28 points for Wilson, and Johnson's not going to get that shot off. Xavier Wilson's impressive night continues. He's got 28 points, and we will be back after this break for the fourth quarter on SummitCitySports.com.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
So I tell the truth all the time, ain't got no sympathy for no. I admit that I'm rich and I'm lit. Jumping up on stages, I get 200 occasions, but I ain't really the game on. We make sure they trap down. They see how I made it, I'm the reason they won't rap now. See me out in traffic, make a hater pull his head down. Biggie's OG salute me, a stylist can't even style me. The robbers probably won't give me, I'm hopping out.
ready to begin the fourth quarter as Snider leads by 28 over Concordia. It will be Concordia basketball to start the third. Here's some of the fans chanting something. It was, "We want," and then fill in the blank. I couldn't hear the last word. Your guess is as good as mine. It is Concordia basketball. Leading scorer for this game is easy to guess. It's Xavier Wilson with 28. That was Evan Armstead, who's now got 12 points for the game for Concordia. But it's been the Xavier Wilson show tonight. 28 points, especially in the second quarter. I was behind Woods. He did corral it. He gets it back outside to Terrell Lapsley. Lapsley couldn't finish. Woods got the offensive board. He's done that well tonight. Wilson, cross court. Davis, short on the three ball. Ripped away again, but a foul, and it's going on Snider. I think they got Lapsley for the foul.
Foul called on Panthers number 4, Shamar Reddick.
Check that. Shamar Reddick called for the foul. And this will be Concordia basketball, down 26. Goodman drives, one-on-one with Davis, and that's going to be a jump ball. The arrow gives it to Snider. And we do have to reset our fouls here. My apologies there, folks. Fouls reset at the end of each quarter. Woods gets the feed. Woods drives, but missed it. Boy, Woods has had a few of those where he's had chances to finish around the rim and just hasn't done so. Evan Armstead with it, trying to go to work on Reddick. He missed. Offensive board, Rashawn Johnson, and he does not finish. He does get his own miss, and the putback goes. Rashawn Johnson sticking with it on the glass. That gives Rashawn Johnson 16 points to lead all Concordia scorers. 6.5 to go. Here's Woods. Has it knocked away. On the deck goes Lang. And if that's a jump ball, which it is, it will be Concordia basketball. Checking on some scores from around the area going on tonight. Over at Don Reichert Gymnasium, Southside's got a 52-41 lead over Carroll. That game's in the fourth quarter. Carroll was a sectional championship last year. They hosted sectionals, knocking off these Snider Panthers in the first round, and then they beat Northrop in the championship game. Northrop's at Wayne and giving the Generals a good battle. Wayne's got Penn tomorrow. Armstead gets the feed. Contested, and he finishes right over Woods. Concordia has outscored Snider 6-0 in this fourth quarter. But there's Wilson. Wilson up and under, and he finishes. He gets him off the schneid, and Wilson has 30 points for the game. .30 night, Xavier Wilson, no Trell Hogue, and Wilson has engineered a great run for the Snider Panthers in this ball game. Now, coming into this game, they were on a great run. They've won 6 straight games, trying to make it 7. And unless Concordia can pull off some kind of miraculous comeback, it's going to be win number 7, well, win number 10 for the season, but 7 in a row. That foul was on Xavier Wilson. Second team foul this quarter against Snider. Ketron Pascal comes back in the game, and right now he's the only starter on the floor for Snider. He takes Wilson's place. And we've got a foul right before the inbound. This is probably going to go on Snider, and it is. It's on Lapsley. Trell Hogue out with the flu tonight. Snider's next game is Tuesday against East Noble, and no doubt they're hoping that they can get Hogue back for that one. But they've played well tonight against Concordia as Johnson leans in and finishes. His impressive night continues. There goes Lapsley, one man to beat. Lapsley missed. Woods got the board, found Pascal, and Pascal able to finish. Give him 12 for the night. Pascal might be close to a double-double if he doesn't have it yet, and we get a foul away from the ball. Boy, Josh Raikkonen fired up on that Snider sideline, and it's got to be because of a couple of things. First of all, fouls are piling up for Snider here in this fourth quarter. Secondly, they've had trouble getting stops here in this fourth quarter. Now, that's been a fourth quarter problem. It hasn't been a problem the whole game. Evan Armstead puts it in, and he continues his impressive night. He's got 16 points in the game. Here's Lapsley. Jordan Woods gets the feed from Davis. Here's Pascal trying to go to work on Armstead. The jumper does not fall. Armstead with the board. Finds Bailey. Bailey finds a lane. It was contacted by Pascal. He got the block. Oh, here's Lapsley. I was wondering if he might shoot the three. I know last year at the JV level I had one of his games, and he would kind of stand in a sprinter stance as he shot a three. This offensive rebound comes out to Davis. That was Jace Quarles who missed the three. Pascal sets the screen. Here's Lapsley on the attack. The finger roll crawls home. Terrell Lapsley, the sophomore. Catch and shoot. It's good from downtown for Ike Eggle. Timeout. I believe Concordia was the ones who called it. They did. 30-second timeout. So we'll stay with you on this one. But again, what a great night for Xavier Wilson. I think I've got his 30th points of this game here. Yeah, I think I found it right here. I'll show it to you on the replay. Our replays, as always, are brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. Xavier Wilson through traffic, and that's not an easy shot. It may be a layup, but that's one of those high degree of difficulty layups. But with that bucket, Xavier Wilson goes to 30 points for this game.
With 3:32 left in the ballgame, Snider will inbound on the end line.
For Snider's usual starting lineup, Xavier Wilson is one of a few seniors. We've seen Lane Patterson in the starting lineup. Patterson actually started for Wilson against Wayne, who ended up playing that game with the flu. Wilson came off the bench and played extremely well off the bench. Keytron Pascal still playing extremely well. Give him 14 points for the night. And I've got to think he's close to a double-double if he doesn't already have it. He's rebounded extremely well. That's going to be a foul on Jace Quarles as he makes a little too much contact with Rashawn Johnson. Snider's going to dig a little bit more into their bench, and this might be the end of the night for the Snider starters. There's only one starter on the floor for Snider. That's Keytron Pascal. Xavier Wilson scored 30 points. His night's probably done. Rashawn Johnson keeps on scoring. He's got 19 points. And yes, Pascal is off the floor. Donovan Wembley, Raiden Morrow, and Tarico Fields check into the ball game. Morrow and Wembley are both sophomores. Fields is a senior. Again, Snider without Trell Hogue tonight. He's out with the flu. You would think that they're hoping to get him back for the East Noble game on Tuesday. Johnson, 2 for 2. He's got 20 points in this ball game. Tarico Fields gets his first touch of the night. To give to Wembley. Baseline drive, Fields through some traffic. Quarles wanted a step-back three. Lapsley, I was wondering if he was going to shoot that thing. He's hit a finger roll. Inside 3 minutes to go. Fields leans into it, but missed the shot. Clayton Goodman with the board. Good feed inside to Johnson. He goes for the spin move and puts it home. 22 points, Rashawn Johnson. Now the downside is his team is down 19, but what a great night for Johnson as he gets the takeaway, looking to finish this thing in transition, and he won't. Jace Quarles with the board. Quarles brings it back outside. Gets it back to Tarico Fields. Open look, but the three won't fall for Lapsley. Kept in play by Ike Eggle. Charlie Bailey will get his touch. For Concordia, they're at Central Noble on Tuesday night. Still look to even up or match their win total from a year ago as Ike Eggold hits that turnaround jumper. We're coming late in the season. Everybody's looking to finish on a high note. As Quarles misses that three, here comes Bailey. Still a minute and a half left to play in this ball game, but Concordia making some ground on Snider. They've got it down to a 15-point game, and now Josh Raikkonen will call a timeout.
Number 12, Ethan Sloan.
That's only the second timeout that Josh Raikkonen has called in this game. I've talked about Xavier Wilson. Another player who's had a special night has been Rashawn Johnson for Concordia, and you'll see a special play here by Johnson adding to his night. 22 points for Johnson. Good work in the post as he backs down on Lapsley and puts it in even over the closing defender. We got to get back to live action because Snider is back to live action with a 15-point lead, and right now they might just look to be patient. Really, all they need to do is hold on to the basketball. They really don't need to shoot here. As we're down to a minute to go in regulation. Tarico Fields gets the feed. Back over to Lapsley. Lapsley looking to attack, and he will finish. Couple of nice dribble drives by Terrell Lapsley. Ike Eggold will feed that one over to Ethan Sloan as we're down to 35 seconds. Nearly poked away, just barely recovered, but the shot won't fall. That was Grant Allman who took the shot, and we've got a jump ball. The arrow favors Snider. And now for Snider, all they really have to do is get this ball across half court, beat that 10-second clock, and run out the clock, maybe even make Concordia think about fouling. Here's Lapsley. He'll dish it. Oh, he had it taken away. Karsten Sheets got a takeaway, and just keeping control on the other side was Eggold. As Sloan has it taken away right back. That's Raiden Morrow. And Morrow swings it out of bounds to the student section. There's only 2.2 on the timer, so I think this game is well decided. For these young guys, no doubt Josh Raikkonen would like to see a little cleaner basketball. But overall, the Snider Panthers will be happy about tonight's result. It's a 69-52 win for the Panthers over the Concordia Cadets, and the Panthers win their 7th straight game to go to 10-5 on the season.
For the SAC Wrestling Tournament tomorrow morning.
That's right, Snider is hosting the SAC Wrestling Tournament tomorrow morning here at Kilmer Court. So they're calling for everybody to clear the floor so that they can set up the floor for that wrestling meet. Meanwhile, Concordia goes on the road to take on Central Noble on Tuesday. Snider's also back at it on Tuesday as they will take on the East Noble Knights, a game that was supposed to be played back on January 14th. It's been rescheduled to the 27th. It's time to recognize our Parkview Sports Medicine players of the game, and I'm going to recognize 2 players tonight. Xavier Wilson for his 34 points, Keytron Pascal for his 14 points. I got to think he had a double-double. Had a block shot, good rebounding, good screens, good box outs. Pascal and Wilson are your PSM players of the game. Snider wins over Concordia 69-52 here at Kilmer Court. For my cameraman Oscar Harrison, this is Thad Goff saying so long from Snider High School. You've been watching high school boys basketball. Actually, before I do, I think I still have a few more sponsors to hear from, so we're going to go ahead and get those bills paid because it is because of our sponsors that we're able to bring you these high school basketball broadcasts. Specialists in design, build, mechanical, and refrigeration. Visit tjwindustrial.com. And the 12,000 Hoosier men and women with Laborers District Council and affiliated local unions that build Indiana. We are LIUNA. Snider a winner, 69-53 over Concordia. And that will do it from Kilmer Court. It's a double dip and a sweep for the Snider Panthers over the Cadets. 69-52 the final in boys basketball. And now for my cameraman, Oscar Harrison, this is Thad Goff saying so long from Kilmer Court at Snider High School. You've been watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays, and while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.